see enter a new realm of sexiness and energy. Their timer just scuffed. Damn this world. Come on, timer. Flip it on. Engage the stream. Oh, here we go. They've got a teaser.
I see a familiar place. Haunted by shadows.
Looks like Summerset Isles to me, baby.
Shadows that spread across the lands.
I'm a bit jealous of the editing, not gonna lie. We got a sub coming in, Fluffy. Big plays, mate. I will grab you all after the announcement. Thank you so much for that, dude. Look at those graphics.
Your home needs you now
Volume up, I'm on it.
than ever.
Tell me if the volume's too loud, I've turned it up.
Welcome back.
It is Summerset, baby.
Hey, I'm Matt Fyror. I'm the game director on Elder Scrolls Online at ZeniMax.
I'll
Online
turn this
Studios.
off, guys.
You've just seen the worldwide premiere teaser trailer for the Elder Scrolls Online Summerset, the next chapter for the Elder Scrolls Online coming this June. We're going to share a lot more information about this chapter over the next few months, including some gameplay trailers and a full.
I'll move myself out the way for you, lads.
But before I go into Summerset, let me talk a little bit about
Those
ESO.
graphics
as
are
it is today.
insane.
2017 was the best year ever for the game. With Morrowind, Clockwork City, all the other DLCs we released, we couldn't be happier with where the game is right now. And as you can see from the announcement of Summerset, we have no plans of slowing down. With the release of Summerset, players journey to the home of the Altmer, the High Elves, for the first time since Elder Scrolls Arena back in 1994. The second era is a
1994.
great time to explore Summerset. Queen Irene has opened the borders to outsiders for the first time in the island's history. But open borders cause trouble, and Razum Dar, the loyal eyes of Queen Irene, once again needs your help to investigate some seemingly random events and uncover the sinister threats behind them. There's mystery, intrigue, and a deadly plot hatched by supernatural forces that must be solved in order to save the High Elves.
I really like the AD quest line, so I think it's going to be damn sexy for questing.
Summerset Isle is visually stunning. It's the oldest continuous civilization in Tamriel, and one that hasn't been shown for decades in an Elder Scrolls game.
Imagine the
Our team has
housing
created
items.
A deep, detailed, rich world for you to explore. It's really amazing. Today, we're going to go over a lot of in-depth information about Summerset and what it brings to the world of Elder Scrolls Online. And stick around, because at the end of the show, we'll premiere the first gameplay trailer as well. But none of this would be possible without you.
Big plays.
The best and most awesome community in online gaming. Thank you so much. We wouldn't
be
be
my
here
channel.
without
Good
you.
lad. What a lad.
Looking forward to seeing everyone in Summerset.
Guys, there will be stuff PvP related. I mean, in the
Thank
end,
you
there's
to Matt there.
loads.
Kelly Link, joined by Rich Lambert from ZeniMax Online Studios. So we're going to Summerset Islands, but I got to see you here a year ago, the last time we talked. We went to Morrowind, we got to see Vardenfell and all that. What's been going on with the Elder Scrolls Online for the last year?
Well, as you just saw, last year was one of the best years we've ever had. We're, committed to that quarterly updates. We continue to improve and build.
He's got the eyes on him now.
We
Pressure
released,
is on.
Homestead, which was the new housing addition to the game. We had obviously Morrowind, which was exceptionally well received by players. It was that nostalgic return back to the original Test 3 game that, for most people was their start in Elder Scrolls. We also had the Horns of the Reach, the Dungeon DLC, and then we finished the year last year with Clockwork City, which was the next step in the Daedric War storyline that we've been telling over the last few updates.
That's right, and that story that we're going to be hearing more about. But now we're here at the new Summerset Isles.
We are.
Why Summerset?
Summerset affords us the opportunity to change kind of the narrative a little bit in Elder Scrolls. It is a lot more high fantasy, more high magic. This is the home of the High Elves.
Right. Rumored to be the birthplace of magic.
Absolutely, right. And so it's this old ancient land.
I've turned the volume up, boys.
First settled by the ancient elves way back, ages past. And so over the ages, the elven culture has been able to mold and shape the island in their own image.
Right, and the juxtaposition going from Morrowind, which is, the giant volcano, a bit more bleak and everything, and the changes to Summerset. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Jumbo's got a soft spot for the lady
it's a lot
here.
more high magic. It's a little bit brighter. It's more cultivated. The architecture is this soaringly tall, almost impossibly tall architecture, where you really get an amazing sense of just how skilled and talented the Altmer are.
I have to agree. I think the buttons were better done up.
The things
Get
that
my
they
sexy
care
face
about.
up there.
Right. It's their world is so manicured.
Yes.
Everything seems like it was placed there on purpose.
Yep, and that's the Altmer culture, right? They are definitely they follow the rules. They think their culture is, and the way they do things
That's
are the
debatable.
way everything should be done.
Right. Well, you guys said 2017 was your best year, and all the players coming from the original game and Morrowind and all these chapters that you're adding. How do they jump into this? How do they jump into Summerset?
So sure. So this is a chapter, and we're a little bit different than other games. In chapters aren't just for veteran players. We have a new player experience as well for this, so anybody can get in and play the game. And with Summerset, we have a brand new tutorial that gets you into the story right away and makes you feel like you're instantly a part of the story and understand what's going on.
But I don't mind that
Yeah,
stuff, to be
I mean,
fair. Like, it's
as
quite
you're
good to
kind
help
of
people get in.
progressing through, you get a sense of the scale and majesty of the world. And then, as an existing player, you can just take your character and go in and continue the story that you've already started, learning over the course
Okay,
of
so
last
the same
decades.
situation for Morrowind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, great. So this is good for new or old players alike.
Yep.
And let's talk a little bit more about the history of Summerset. Like you're saying, it's the old High Elves and the Altmer leading into the Altmer. They have
Yeah.
such a rich history. Is that a little
I literally
difficult
can't wait for the
getting into?
content. That's what I'm here for, boys.
Yes. Elder Scrolls was first released in 1994, so that's what, 20 some odd
Elder
years?
Scrolls Arena?
Elder Scrolls Arena
Right.
was 1994. So yeah, there's all kinds of lore over the years, and you really have to go digging
Yeah.
to figure out what's
their
true
view count
or
is
not,
literally
because that's
ridiculous right
part
now.
of the magic of the lore is there's multiple accounts of things, and everybody kind of tells their own side of it.
Right.
And somewhere in the middle is the truth, and that's what we have to kind of dig up.
I mean, not just that, but between the games of Skyrim and Elder Scrolls Arena and Morrowind, you have like 1,000 years of story that you have to fix it all into.
It's a good solution, Daddy.
There's just a lot of rich history here, and I believe we have a video talking a little bit more about Summerset Isles. Let's check that out.
All right, here we go. Come on, baby. Tell me the content. This is like the history, basically.
The Summerset Isles were the first part of Tamriel that were settled by the ancient elves from the legendary land of Old
I must love to
Altmeris.
have a job like those
The elves
guys.
that settled on Somerset then diverged and went off into the continent of Tamriel.
How
to
good
become
must
the
it be
Wood
to be the
Elves,
guy who
Dark
writes that?
Elves, and so forth. But the ones who stayed behind and revered and cherished their ancient culture became the Altmer, the High Elves, the elves that we see today in Somerset, the royal city of Alinor, and the island of Artaeum.
I'd be so jealous of his
They're
job.
very controversial people. They're xenophobic, they're pompous and pretentious and condescending. They are very much rule followers. They do the norm. They do whatever their ancestors did, and they do it happily. That's why they're so protective of it. This is their foothold into Tamriel, the very first mark of their culture.
Tell you what, when that first house on this place comes out, it's going to be insanely pretty.
The Altmer do have a certain way of living, and that promotes beauty and harmony, and I think that really shows as you explore the island.
It's a combat
The
designer
elves
there.
really don't feel like they're part of Tamriel. They feel like they want to ascend to be with the Aedra, which is where they feel like their birthright places them. So aesthetically, we wanted to show that. We wanted to show, the stratification of elven civilization.
But there's
Because
3
they've existed here
houses.
for so long, and it's been kind of this unbroken line of historic continuity.
Well, it's always going to look a similar style to Ordon, because it's the same alliance, right? It's the general same population. I think it looks insanely pretty. It looks really nice. Graphically, it looks amazing.
That's such a beautiful land there, and you were talking about the tall city and everything. Tell me a little bit about the places that you can explore in Summerset Isles.
So on Summerset, we kind of run the gambit of all the different things you can do. There is the House of Reveries, which is the most important acting troupe on the island. You wouldn't really think the Altmer do that kind of stuff, but that's part of their culture. Whatever they put their minds to.
Jadis, the
they wanna be
content
best
hasn't
at.
been discussed yet. They're basically
You
going
get
for the
to
lore
explore the city
and
of
general
Alinor,
advertisement
which is
first.
the capital city. That's, in that video you got to see the really tall, sprawling architecture. You get to wander around and you get to explore Artaeum, the island of Artaeum as well.
Right, Artaeum, that's where the Psijic Order is, right?
It is.
But the Psijic Order is kind of a confusing thing. They've been hidden in the past, and I think you kind of heard about them in Skyrim a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. They're definitely reclusive. They are in the other Elder Scrolls games. And they
Dude, imagine these guys host me afterwards.
As the founders
I'm the host
of
like
magic,
10 times my follower size.
of mortal magic, I guess. They're the precursors to the Mages Guild. And really, they're mostly concerned about studying magic and bending it.
Magic boys.
and
No one
trying to
likes
figure out
stamina.
Exactly.
Screw
how
the
to
stamina
work.
plebs.
Right, and you said that we
Bring us
get to
magical
go
skills.
to their island.
We do. We get to go to their island. Hundreds of years before our time period, all of the Psijic monks were recalled back to Artaeum, and the island just disappeared. We don't know where they went. We don't know why they disappeared, but they're gone. And you get to go to the island to meet them and learn a bit about them.
And I think we actually have another video for us to learn a little bit more about the Psijic Order. Let's check it out.
So this is actually a skill line as far as I know.
It's also the home of the Psijic Order.
So the general idea is this is going to have a new skill line behind it as far as the data mining was concerned.
The Psijic Order are a reclusive society of monastic mages who keep themselves away from the hurly-burly and conflict of the mortal world, preferring to study the esoteric origins of magic and mysticism.
Esoteric? I don't even know what that means. I'm English.
Their
I
knowledge and
no idea.
understanding of magic goes much further back in time than that of the magic practiced by the Mages Guild.
Oh god, no, don't be
They have
another
some of the
law
most
book line.
powerful magic in Tamriel, and they're all about bending the natural magic of the world rather than creating their own.
Teleports, come on, new shadow image. Imagine magic
They want to
DK
make
shadow image.
Tamriel a better place. More about balance and learning and less about showy power.
Balance, he says, that's not the warden
Unlike the
then.
Mages Guild, the Psijics do not play a part in everyday life of the people of Tamriel. They're very reclusive. Your average person in Tamriel would probably never even see a Psijic monk.
Now, during the First Era, some of the Psijic monks left the island and offered themselves to serve as advisors to mortal rulers across Tamriel. But a few hundred years back, all of the Psijic monks were called back to the island of
graphics,
Artaeum. And then the island of Artaeum itself, taking all its Psijics with it, just simply vanished. Went
I swear down.
someplace, nobody knows where.
First time this
nobody
released, we're
knows
going
how,
on a massive
and there's
world
been
explore.
nobody to ask about it until now.
We're literally exploring all of this for just the beauty element. I hope it's not law book related to level that skill line.
So the Psijic Order, where are they? Why are they there?
We don't know.
We don't know. But tell me a little bit more about the Psijic Order. It's not just a part of a quest.
It's not. So the Psijic Order plays a really important role in the main story of Summerset. Because they are so important to the lore, what we wanted to do was really allow players to explore and really learn as much as they could about the Order. You actually, for the first time ever in Elder Scrolls, get to join the Psijic Order.
Ooh.
Yeah, and when you do, they will actually teach you a new combat-oriented skill line.
Oh, nice. So can anyone join the Psijic Order?
Anybody can join the Psijic Order.
Ooh.
Who's the
And
girl? I believe she
the beauty
works
of
for
that
Twitch.
is it allows you to take the character that you are in love with, the one that you've spent all your time and effort building up, and then you can just use the Psijic Order skills with that so that you're not starting over.
Do you mind talking about that skill line a little bit?
Sure. So it's 5 active abilities. There's 5 passive abilities and an ultimate.
Ooh, yes.
And we have more
Ultimate.
for those
Oh,
as well. So
God.
it's like your traditional kind of skill
Come on, baby.
line, but
Magic
these skills
heal,
are all
please.
themed around the Psijic Order themselves,
Right.
who are masters of mysticism and time. So they give you
This is what we
new
want, boys.
ways of
New
doing
skills,
damage,
baby.
new ways of regenerating resources, and actually even manipulating time.
Ooh, oh, manipulating time.
Manipulating
You do
time.
need to manipulate some time.
Zerg Bomb
Can I
is
ask how,
time
or
for
is that something that
improvements.
we want the players to kind of like get into and learn themselves.
I'll give an example of one of them. So
All right,
one
come
of
on,
my
baby.
favorite abilities in the skill line is, well, right now it's called Undo. It will probably get a fiction pass at some point in the near future, but this skill works like it sounds. It rewinds time back 4 seconds ago.
Oh, that's so cool.
And
How
so
is
what it
that
does is
gonna
it
work?
takes your health, your stamina, and your magicka, and the location you were 4 seconds ago, and
Oh
rewinds
my
you back to
God.
that location.
Dude, you could
And
do
it's got
some
this
crazy
really cool
things
kinda
with that.
animation that goes through, so it feels like you're playing with time.
You could do some crazy things with that.
interesting.
Stack like
It's
a full
awesome. It's a
damage
little
build,
bit
right? Absolute full
frightening 'cause
damage.
Our players
And
are
then
really
undo
good
it all.
at, doing unexpected things. So we're gonna watch this, but we're really excited about this ability and the skill line in general.
And do they have to go to Artaeum to get into that skill line?
They do. You have to go to
That's like a
Artaeum,
mini nuke.
which you will work your way through there.
Imagine that on a
as
bomb
part
blade.
of the main storyline, and then you will have to do the way you kind of level this skill line up is by doing a number of different types of quests for the Psijic Order. So not only are you
Dude, that skill sounds insane.
working with them in the main story, but there's also a little bit of a side story that kind of tells you why.
Holy
they're
crap,
back
you
and
could
teaches
use that for
or,
back-to-back ultis,
you
right?
help them as well.
So you
Awesome.
dump
And I
a
just want to
big
remind
ulti,
everyone
something
in chat right now that we're
expensive,
talking about the next
undo
chapter of The
it, and then
Elder Scrolls
dump
Online,
it
Summerset
again.
Isles. And if you want to read more information about it, you can go to theelderscrollsonline.com.
Yep.
Great for more information.
Nah, mate,
because they're
just
gonna be
jump in my
releasing a few
stream, then you know
articles
all about it.
The fine details of this new patch.
Yeah, there's loads of information to try and digest on this, and we can't put it all in the short announce. So yeah,
Now,
there'll
let's
be
be
lots
real,
of
it sounds
articles,
pretty damn cool.
a lot more about this stuff.
It's great. I mean, the players have been sort of expecting this. I think Sotha Sil at the in Clockwork mentions the Psijic Order.
He does.
So it's been sort of alluded to from a year
They're
ago.
going to have to be really careful on
Yeah,
performance
we
with their
work very
skills. If they
subtle.
get
I
it,
think
it'll
some
be
people will
insane.
say Summerset is kind of the worst kept secret, which is fine. I mean, we're really excited about it.
Yeah, it builds anticipation, and I think the fans are excited as well. Let's do a quick recap before we go over all of the collector's editions of what can they expect with Summerset Isle.
Come on.
So Summerset is a new zone, which is the main island of Summerset. It's also Artaeum. Together, there's more explorable space.
So for anyone wondering,
Wow.
So this is bigger than Morrowind was.
The zone.
The zone.
For anyone wondering, this is all the
when you put
content the game
everything
has
together,
right now.
There's 30 plus hours of new just quest content in there. We have a brand new 12-player trial. It's called Cloud Rest.
I'll take it.
And Cloud Rest is the home of the Welkinar, who are the ancient defenders of Somerset.
Oh.
New
And
trial,
they are
community
a
trial
group
stream
of
incoming.
which is really, really cool. And the premise here behind the trial is the Welkinar have gone silent. They've kind of disappeared and nobody knows why. And so you get called in to kind of go in and try and figure out what's going on with that. In addition, and I can't believe I forgot to talk about this up to this point, we've added jewelry crafting.
Oh, okay.
So it
let's
is
talk a little bit
happening,
about
boys.
jewelry crafting.
So jewelry
Please don't
crafting
trade
works
change.
like the other kind of durable crafting skill lines. So like blacksmithing, like woodworking, in that there's a number of passive abilities that make your jewel crafting better. But at its core, what jewelry crafting does is allows you to craft and upgrade jewelry.
Shackle break
Players have been
jewelry
asking for this
incoming.
basically since the launch of the game, because it adds so much more flexibility to how you kit out your character.
Okay.
Oh man, Magic
It
K's
allows
gonna
you
be
to
in
make
heaven.
crafted jewelry now. So for those of you that really want that Hunting's Rage jewelry to kind of, because you have another set that you don't have jewelry in, you can do that. You can
Shackle
match
innate
now.
heavy.
And while we were adding to the jewelry crafting system, we wanted to make jewelry more robust.
Uh-oh.
Right now in the base game, there's really
No
only 3
transmute,
different
please.
traits that can go on jewelry. So it's
Oh, wait, what?
a healthy, a robust, and
Hang in
an
there,
arcane,
boys.
so
They
it's
might
down
make a
to
new
that.
traits.
So they kind of feel like stat sticks. And we've fleshed out more of those, and we've added 6 new traits.
Ooh, any
Okay.
passive
as well.
traits?
There we
No,
go.
they're built into the jewelry itself. So as an example, one of the new traits is called Bloodthirsty. And what that does is as your target gets low on health, you start to do more damage to the target. So it's,
I really want to see what
it's
the,
kind of
you're
this
less health if you do
interesting
more
trade-off
damage.
of
How
do
cool
I
would that
take
be?
more damage and say like an execute type phase, or do I go with the extra stats? And so that's the goal of really adding more to this jewelry crafting system, is to give players a little bit more opportunity to tune and tweak things.
Well, that's such a cool thing about Elder Scrolls Online, is that it's not just here's the 3 trees you can do. You can build your character however you want.
Anyway,
Yeah.
if you want to be that fireball wielding mage in that traditional mage, you can do that. But if you want to wear heavy armor and do something else, you can do that as well. It's really up to you.
Imagine
how
that on a
you
Magic
play
K, you got an
your
execute now.
Rich, thank you so much for showing us everything of the newest chapter of Summerset. But let's talk a little bit about release date and
Okay.
what's going to be coming out and what people can buy.
Yeah, I guess everybody's excited about a release date.
Yeah.
So we're targeting a global launch on all platforms of June 5th.
PC, Mac, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, June 5th.
Yes.
That's quite good.
There
I
will
like
be
them
an
all
early
coming out.
access period for PC starting May 21st.
Ooh.
So very, very soon.
Yeah, 2 months away.
We will also obviously have a PTS cycle for the public test server to get it into testing. Right now we're targeting April-ish. So again, right around the corner, we have a ton of stuff to do here.
Oh, speaking of
As soon
right
as
around
that's
the corner,
on, we're
you
gonna
guys
be on
have
there,
a
boys.
free play period.
We do. It's actually starting now.
Yeah, right around the corner.
Right now, we have a free-to-play event going on all platforms. So it really is a great time to get in and start playing the game.
Yeah, if you guys are watching right now, for those of you that aren't the fans that have been here for a long time, and if you maybe want to check out ESO, it's free right now. Go check it out.
Do it, boys. Sign up. You won't regret it. You got me to look after you.
Collector's Edition. Existing players can upgrade, and new players can pick up the chapter bundled with the base game as well.
Yep.
So the Collector's Edition, or the Digital Collector's Edition, is available for $59.99. You get the Blood Shadow Wraith Steed,
which is really, really cool.
Oh, the fledgling Griffin pet.
Yep.
You were just talking about the Griffin Riders.
It's a really, really cute little Griffin pet. It's awesome, yeah.
And then a Divine Prosecution outfit. Uses new transmog system.
It fits in with the outfit system that we
$59.99 if that's in dollars actually isn't that bad a price. It's about 40 quid.
Basically the
that's really not that
costume
bad.
creator for players. That's based around motifs. So
you were talking about customization. People love it.
They do, and it has been a really successful.
No
start to the year
spellcrafting
with
though.
that,
Feels
so we
bad,
figured
man.
we'd
But
add
judo
that
crafting's
in.
good.
I think I spend more time in character creation in most MMOs than the base game.
It's fun.
It is.
It's fun playing dress up sometimes.
A little bit, yeah. They get the emote pack, House of Reveries.
Yep, there's a series of emotes that players will love. The House of Reveries is definitely an acting troupe, and so I think they'll dig on these emotes.
The Memento Psijic Scrying Talisman.
Yeah, and that is really cool. It's basically allows you to summon your own Psijic portal. So you do this really cool kind of animation on a portal.
Fashion per second screams
And does it only go to
coming
RPM,
in.
or does it go to a location that you set up?
It's just a cosmetic thing. So
Oh, okay.
It looks really, really cool. Yeah.
And then this is for the collector's edition.
For the digital.
That was for digital.
Yep.
Now we're talking about non-digital.
Okay.
For $99.99, you can get this beautiful statue right here.
Yeah, this is Mafala, who's a Daedric prince. She plays a role in the main story. I think she turned out unbelievably awesome. In addition to the physical stuff, we have a Summerset map.
In game?
In game, there's a physical map that you get.
What?
Yep, it's awesome. And then there's a really nice steelbook, and probably my favorite is Razumdar's journal.
And what's inside that?
So that's more people really interested in like the whole lore and the background and the
but it has the
fantasies.
musings of Razumdar in it, and also contains his report to the Proxy Queen. And the Proxy Queen is in place on Summerset right now, and ruling there, taking orders from Queen Aren, because Queen Aren is off on the mainland of Tamriel, dealing with the Three Banners War. She's leading the Altmer Dominion in the war, so there's a Proxy Queen in her stead.
The statue on set that we're seeing right here, like we already saw, and then I guess that's it. And all the digital collector's
All the digital
edition.
stuff comes with it as well, yep.
Nice, all the digital stuff. So there it is, your collector's edition for $99.99. And if you pre-purchase, you get the Nightmare Cinch.
Yeah, so that's another big thing that we're trying to do this year around is with the release of Summerset, we have a pre-purchase incentive where you will get a mount right away for purchasing it, and you also get a bonus copy of Morrowind. So you can just get in and play right away as a new player, and you also get something really cool right away.
Nice.
Wait,
and
what does it mean by a bonus copy of Morrowind?
It's $89.99 for this.
$89, right. Oh, for the physical, yes.
Yes.
That's right.
Nice. The Pocket Salamander pet.
Yep. He's a cute little salamander.
So you get the Griffin and you get the Salamander?
Yep, for the pre-purchase stuff.
The Court of Bedlam costume. The treasure maps. Ooh.
Yeah, the treasure maps, it's something that we do with a lot of our
the excitement.
They're basically maps that players can go to wander around.
Time to monopolize the
Like
lockpicks.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, all right. That's pretty cool. Psijic Order Crown Crate. What can they expect in
Yeah,
there?
it sounds like you get
all
Summerset
kinds
and
of really
Morrowind.
cool
That's
loot.
going to be good for Battlegrounds.
There's epic mounts. There's various consumables and other cosmetic things.
Great. And what else? What am I missing? Have I missed anything? I read a big list. I think I hit it all.
No idea.
I think
Time
we covered
does to
the
me.
big bits. the gameplay trailer. We have
That's
a gameplay
right.
trailer now.
We do. Like they said at the
there's
start
gonna
of
be
the
someone
show,
actually in
everyone
it.
just stay tuned because we're going to be showing the first ever gameplay trailer of Summerset. Rich, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Everyone, if you are looking forward to this game, go to theelderscrollsonline.com right now. Check it out. And they are doing starting right now, it is a free
And
trial
Blobs is
period.
streaming.
Yep. Free to play weekend.
Until the weekend?
Yeah, until I think
Host
it's
me
Monday.
over Bethesda.
And yeah, all the pre-purchase stuff should be up now. So if you're
Dude,
curious
I'm
about
really
how to
interested for that
get
new
into
skill line.
Somerset, definitely go to elderscrollsonline.com and check it out.
The amount of
Thank you
theory
again.
crafting
Thank
we
you all
could
for
do with that
joining
new
us,
skill line would
but
be ridiculous.
It's time now. Let's check out that trailer.
This video.
Here we go, boys. They've already put my editing to shame. In before flying mounts.
centuries, the secrets of this enchanted and legendary isle have been locked away. Its beauties hidden from foreign eyes. By decree of Irene, Queen of the High Elves, the borders have been opened.
I really like Queen
Now
Irene.
destiny takes you to Summerset Isle.
Holy crap, that Psijic place looks insane. Dude, that Psijic place looks literally ridiculous. I cannot wait for the skill line.
Only
The skill
you
line's the
can
big one
find
for
the
me.
path that will lead us from darkness.
So I'm assuming she's probably part of the trial, would be my guess. Man, that skill line's gonna be nuts. The skill line is gonna be crazy. Come on, that wasn't a shit trailer, let's be real. That was pretty beautiful editing. I'm quite jealous of that editing. Well, I think they have covered everything. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking very, very good indeed. I'll be on that. I will definitely be on that. We're getting that first day. I'm going to try get some early access stuff going. We are going to be crushing it, basically. So,